Whistle the kid.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another session of PairOfSocks Lost here on Hero Club Live. We are Hero Club, and this is not the main thing we do on Hero Club. No. The main thing we do is our podcast, where we take our TTRPG sessions that we record live around the table, and we edit them down painstakingly, I might add, with sound effects and music into these taut little audio anthologies of all different genres. You can start wherever you like and have a grand old time literally listening to some very fun seasons. Let's name them, shall we? We should name a noir. We should name Western, Gothic Western. Christmases, multiple Christmases. What do you like? Animal pirates? We have so many animal pirates of different varieties. We have space. We have slasher flick, stoner flick. We have adventure. Indiana Jones adventure. We have Quentin Tarantino send-ups. We have bing bang, walla walla, bing bang. Just go figure it out, gang. Tell me which ones I don't talk about. Oh, we have werewolves, and we have werewolves. Talk about all the ones that I don't like, and start a rumor that I don't like certain seasons, that I've never been loyal to this podcast, but only do that once you've listened to every single one of the seasons, because then we'll know. But here on Hero Club Live, we just sit around and play some good old-fashioned Dungeons and Dragons. I am your Dungeon Master for this evening, Dylan McCullum. I will tell you all about PairOfSocks Lost and what it is in a moment. But let's say hi to our players. We are missing a Marty Abby Schneider. This evening, I will let you know what is happening to Golzog, Intestine Scarf, the brave boy. Now, I will tell you what's happening with him in a moment. But we have our wonderful players here with us. Let's start with Jasmine. Jasmine, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
Hello, I'm Jasmine. I play Zara. She's a level 10 rogue. Fighter. Warlock.
Hell yeah. Okay. Let's go on over to Hannah. Hannah, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
Hello, my name's Hannah. I play Marabella Grave, and I a level 11 cleric of the Grave Domain, baby. Pew pew choo choo. My fun fact today is that M&M's stands for Mars and Murray's. Do with that information what you will.
I didn't need to know.
Yeah, you can throw it away.
I will throw it away. And
maybe you win Jeopardy with it. Who knows?
Last but not least, we have John. John, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you would like to say.
Hello, my name is John Madison. I play Tone Zazuru, an arcane wizard chef who is coming to the culmination of his entire story, and he's very excited. And today, as a reminder, I think I've done this sign before, but the sign for chef is this. That's chef.
Thank you, John.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Back front or front back?
Let me double check. I think it's front back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your front?
I'll look it up. I'll put it in the chat.
Because you said front back and then did this, and I was very confused as to like, oh my gosh, is this the back and this the front?
It's front. It's palm down.
Palm
back,
down first. Palm down.
And then
front. Front back. Boom.
Because this is cook, and that's...
Yes.
Yeah.
Cook,
Chef.
hat.
No.
Occupation.
Hibachi.
Isn't this person?
Person. Yeah, you're right. Cook person.
Cook person.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh, what's hibachi?
What is hibachi? Get hibachi. I am your Dungeon Master, Dylan McCullum. This is PairOfSocks Lost. It is, I have to give credit where credit is due. It was once based off of a dream of a book called Wild Beyond the Witchlight, a 5e adventure book that you can buy. If you buy it, you won't get anything out of it. If you're like, oh, I want to learn so much about the campaign PairOfSocks Lost. Don't buy the book if you want that. Buy the book if you want a whole different campaign, or if you just want high-quality art of Sir Talifar. That's really the only thing, I think. If you want high-quality art...
This is like the drunk history version of...
Exactly.
But not even.
If you want just high-quality art of Sir Talifar, go get the book, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, it is, in my opinion, worth the price of admission, but I wear my inspiration on my sleeve. It is, Peter Pan, Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland, Narnia, all of these things smooshed together into my little headcanon of what would happen if they all were in the same place, and then I made my friends be the main characters, and they've been doing such a good job, and we were going to try to find some kind of resolution to this beautiful story that we've been telling for such a long time, and have some fun doing it. Thank you so much for being here. As we have said before, well, I'm going to say it every single time so we all know, just so it's not a surprise. We are ending the stream. The stream will be ending on May 7th. May 7th. We have, that means after this stream, 3 more streams. Can you believe it, gang? 3 more streams. That means we have the 30th. We have an extra bonus stream on May 1st. And then the last stream will be May 7th. Come hell or high water. Unless something crazy happens, that is the goal. Yeah. That's what's going on, gang. So, we're in the final stretch, and we're happy to have you here. Thanks for being here with us, as always. And yeah, how about we get into the recap, shall we? Okay.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Last we left off, the founders of Fable Rise scattered, destroyed. Well, 4 of them still remain, but their hierarchy crumbled to dust. The brothers Dumar, essentially useless as was known from the moment that you met them. Humphrey, angry, livid, and Bylantine remained, seeming to lord their power. Their newfound, or maybe old-found, refound power over all of you. Promising that they would not help. In fact, they would only hinder your progress, unless a deal was struck. And that their only thing that they want, the only thing they've wanted for all of these years, is to simply be impressed. This is when Tonzazuru took up that challenge. To impress the person that he knows has the one thing that he has wanted for so long. His taste. So in a sense, can Tonzazuru impress himself? Golzog and Testin Scarf finally, in a vicious, brutal battle, beat Alistair Proudmane, proving him to be nothing more than a cowardly lion. And oddly enough, the Darling family asked of Zara a very odd request. They feel that the only way for them to reach the youth is for the Darling family to be whole again, in their bodies, and to reach out to him. And the only way to do that is for Zara to kill their sister. Their sister who was inhabiting Zara's old body, and who was in fact it at this moment. A very odd request. In a world of odd requests asked of Zara in this world. We come back here on this eve of the Masquerade Ball. There is an uneasy feeling as you were not there to witness your friend's triumph, but you saw it projected up into the clouds. There is the chants still going through the city of Golzog, cheers, fireworks going on. The people in the masquerade that were once so terrified, horrified, in the seeming visage of the Queen of Glass, now happy, smiles on their eyes, smiles that don't quite reach their eyes. the light not fully there. But they disperse out into the rest of Fable Rise, continuing their festivities. Your deal with Bylantine done, they have disappeared. Humphrey punching the brothers Dumar right in the nuts as he leaves to go search for the bomb that might still be somewhere in the city. You all collect yourselves as this evening's festivities could still be going on, but there is an air, a vibe of unease, like that there is a storm coming. Meeting back all of you into the ballroom with the Darling family, Cara Maria, obviously Tomas still in tow. What do you all do?
I have to go bury people.
Right.
How's everyone that was like dead doing? That I stabilized.
They were stabilized and then healed.
Okay.
You saw them and they were walking out with the rest of the guests that were here. It's very clear, even without an Arcana check, I think you made this Arcana check last time, that they are all under clearly a very powerful modify memory spell. That they are all whammied pretty hard.
But they're all good. No one's still...
No one seems to be hurt. Everyone seems to be walking out of there alive. Maybe a little bit worse for wear, like sore, but seem to be kind of like, oh, I fell on the dance floor, so clumsy of me, as they just walk out. Out into the night sky of people still celebrating. This is the start of, the festivities of the evening. Marabella, I remember, yes, very much so wanted to go to the cemetery, to the graveyard. There are multiples throughout the city. But there's one in the mid-spiral that probably would be a little bit more suitable to your need. There's also one in the lower spirals near David's, kind of like one in each spiral, one that's like, very much you have to pay to be entered into. So who
it's
anyone wants to go with
Razakar,
you?
and then who was the other one? There was two, right? The two.
It was
fuck.
Two. It was
the two and Razakar. Yeah. Okay. All right. I need to bury them.
Right.
I don't know if anyone would like to come, or even just help me transport. That would be helpful, I think.
You see Cara Maria, who you've never really had, you've had a couple of interactions with, but Cara Maria walks up.
Right.
Kind of looks at them. I can help, yeah.
Oh, really? That'd be great, Cara. Thanks.
Yeah. No worries.
Can I insight check with her?
Mm-hmm.
26.
26. In those moments, she seems like she's a woman who's been sent here on a mission. Seems like she's like a woman at work. A woman who's been sent here on a mission. No bullshit. Has to do her job. She seems very, she seems very no bullshit. Make a religion check for me.
19?
19. You have known this for a little bit about Cara Maria. Very pale skin, very ethereal, almost celestial in nature. you know that
Mhm.
she is an Aasimar, and as an Aasimar, you know she has a direct contact, or at least might have a direct contact with some kind of celestial being.
Mhm.
A lot of them make very powerful clerics in their own right, a lot of very powerful paladins, and
Mhm.
it's possible that on her, she has some kind of religious purpose for caring that has nothing to do with anything else.
Okay. Cool.
Tomas kind of goes, all right. I would love to go. But I have a feeling, I would love to be there for you, obviously, but, we might have to prepare, because that's sooner than we thought, and, you don't quite know the full rules of what's going to happen tomorrow.
I know nothing.
Right. We haven't been
Great.
preparing much.
Chefs usually prepare a lot for this.
Quite a lot, yes.
What's
quite
the
a lot.
usual preparation time? Never mind. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Let's just. Never mind. I'd rather not know.
Okay, all right. I'm fine that you would rather not know. All right.
Great.
Yeah.
Months? Is it months?
Is this a test?
Is it
Is this a test?
years?
Is this
is
a
it
test
more
for-
than a year?
is
Is
this
it
a-
more? It's not a test. I'm just asking, is it more than a year?
It's
Never mind, I don't want to know. Let's just go prepare now or soon.
right. No, let's sorry. He just like keeps looking at you, Marabella. Sorry. I just need to make sure that I'm his sous chef, and if I'm his sous chef, that means that I have
You
responsibilities.
have a very important
Um,
duty. I completely understand.
Yes, tomorrow might be very dangerous. So all right. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go help him prepare. Tomas takes you Tone back to David's through the streets. Zara, what are you doing? Are you going with Marabella or
I am. So there was no like, we have to go now to Wendy.
Well, so there was a little bit, but also like you already kind of flabbergasted John to the point of like he was just like I'll go wherever you want to go, because he really thought that like I just didn't quite. I think I underestimated how similar we are and how we do things. So it would be
Similar
better.
how?
Just that. I also have hurt a lot of people in the name of my friends and family. So I just understand the no bullshit manner in which you do things. I've been working with Michael and cover your ears. And Michael just goes, I'm as old as you. I know that you're now a little bit older than me, brother, but I am hundreds of years old now. I just happen to be this way. He's like, yes, I understand, but it's weird for me. So please do it. All right. Michael's been trying to make me remind me that I'm a better person than I was. I'm not sure if he's right, but I'm trying to be that way, and so I was trying to interact with you in that sense, but I understand that I don't know. I just mean that I understand just that I've killed people before is my point, and I don't really care. I know I'm supposed to. I'm past caring, I think is my
Do you
thing.
want me to care as I kill your sister?
I would like that a little, yes. I would think a little bit more is the fact that you are going to be stabbing what is your body might spark some kind of pause in you. But if not, that's fine. It's curious, that's all it is. I will say this. The longer we wait to do this, the more time we give the Lollipop Guild to find my family and where we might be hiding. So we could do it tonight. But if you're tired or tapped out or something, it might just be a risk that we're willing to take.
Nah, I'm not super tired.
All right. All right.
I don't know. I don't think they need me very much here. Like, she asked for help carrying bodies, and, I have a strength, like, if I had to put a number on it, like, a -2, and, I don't know much about cooking. If I had to put a number on my intelligence and that, it'd be a +1. So...
Understood. No, I understand everything that you're saying on this matter.
Yeah. Like, if I had to put a number on it.
All right, then. Come with me.
All right. Can I roll an insight check, though?
Yeah. Of course you can.
Oh, that's how it's gonna be today. Okay. 13.
13. John Darling, everything you know about this guy has always seemed very reserved, very... Everything about him from the moment you've met him, since, you always heard, since you got here, you heard these, like, horrible things about the Darling family. He locked up your friend, all this stuff. Ever since you met him, he's been very apologetic, almost reluctantly so. In that way, he reminds you a little bit of you, in the fact that, like, he's just this guy who is playing by, like, essentially he's like this guy who's playing by other people's rules. He wishes he could be playing by his own. What you see in him is that he's, genuinely kind of nervous. He seems nervous about what's about to happen.
Like, he doesn't trust me completely?
That you can't sense if he trusts you or not. He just seems nervous. He just seems like he is rattled.
Okay.
All right.
All right, well, let's go.
You go off with the Darling family, Michael in tow, Thicket.
Oh, where are you guys gonna go, by the way?
I'm gonna go do that thing where I kill a sister.
Right. But I mean, like, physically where?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I turn to Michael.
So, yeah, you see Michael and John. John just, John and John just looks at Michael. Malcolm goes, "Oh, you can tell them." All right. There is a the Weavers, Pavel and Gloryhoof are allowing us to use the attic of the Golden Swill. That is where we're staying.
Okay. After I bury these dead guys, I could come. If you guys think it might be useful to have me for dead stuff.
He goes, depending on where we are in the situation, that might be very good. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I'll get this wrapped up and head on over there. Zara, is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. How you doing?
Me?
Mm-hmm. How you feeling?
Fine. Do we still have the mind connection or no? That's gone.
Oh, good question. Yeah, are we still telepathically
How long does that
linked?
last?
I don't know. John?
Sorry, what was that?
How long does our telepathic communication thing link? last
2
week?
hours, because I
So-
extended
Yeah,
it.
but by
That's
by
probably over
this
now.
point, it's over. Yeah, you guys. It was for like an entire party.
Can we have one more moment?
One more moment, yes, of course. Of course, you can. Of course, you can have one more moment.
Look, I feel the
out
mind
of
connection
thought.
dying in a moment. So, yeah, I don't know. Should I like take my body back? I kind of don't want it.
I don't know. The gal who was in you is fully gone. So
Yeah, where's she going? Did he say where she's going? Do they have her body?
Who? You mean Wendy?
Wendy.
no, I was talking about Evie.
Oh, Evie. Oh,
Evie's-
yeah. No, yeah.
Evie's gone.
She doesn't need it.
Look, whatever feels right to you in the moment. You might see your body and be like, "Oh, this is right," or you might be like, "No, I like being a creepy little doll."
All right. I guess I'll feel it in the moment.
I think so. Whatever you do, it'll be the right decision.
I know you said you're going to join us, but if you end up not being able to and I don't come back in 48 hours, it was this guy.
Okay, sounds good. I'll bring you back.
Thanks.
You just
And then
hear
the
as,
connection conveniently dies,
as
right?
you-
then.
as-
A moment later.
as you turn around, you just hear deep in the back of the recesses of your mind, almost crawling up your spine, the smile deep in your head, just. Whatever you do, it will be the right decision. That is giving you quite a lot of leeway, isn't it? You could do a whole lot of bad. And she thinks that you'd be in the right. Sounds like a truly wonderful. Sorry. I won't say the word since you don't like it.
Can I roll insight on it?
Yeah, of course. You can always try to incite the cat.
This cat is making me crazy. These dice.
Yeah. What was it?
13.
13. Just once again, you feel like the cat constantly is trying to, and as you've because this is you've incited him for essentially weeks, months. This has been with you for this entire journey. It just feels like the cat's always trying to get you to say something, admit something, learn something, and you're just like, what the fuck is the point of this? You're just like, fuck you, this. So, but whatever the insight is that it just seems like this is once again a moment where the cat feels like they are proving a point. That's really what you feel.
Is there a mind bridge? Can I go to the other side?
What do you mean?
He keeps coming over here being like, I see you, and I'm gonna say something snarky about. I want to do the same thing. I want to see where he is. I want to see who he's talking to. I want to know what the fuck he's up to.
Mind bridge.
Go on the other side of that bridge.
As you're walking, because we'll say that we're all kind of going, this is as you're all walking towards your destinations. John, Tone, and Tomas are going back to David's, discussing recipes and what could possibly happen, and discussing the rules of what's going to happen tomorrow. Marabella, you're going over to the graveyard with Cara Maria carrying the bodies. You had to make sure that they were disguised well, by the way, just because you can't be openly carrying the body of Razakar through the streets.
What? Yeah, that tracks. I'm sure there was a nice curtain somewhere we ripped down and
Yes. I'll say this.
Are we weekend at Bernie's him?
You can do whatever the fuck you want. But make it make an Arcana check for me, Zara. As you're walking, you're hearing this thing. Yeah.
11.
11. Okay. All you know is that you don't feel like you have an ability to. The cat kind of seems like it comes and goes. You're trying to, but you know a couple things. You know that the only way to tag the cat back if you play the game is to be it, and what you're about to do will make you it again. And you also remember a conversation you had with a weird little stuffed toy in the back of your head when you were unconscious.
Is the cat all in my head? Have I made this up and no one else knows? No,
No,
other
the
people.
cat's affected things,
interacted.
and the cat has messed with things for sure. You know that. You know that for certain. The cat made a bargain with Golzog and has killed people.
That would be fucking wild, though, if it turns out Zara was just schizophrenic this whole time, and this is how you're telling her. Like, that would be such a crazy aspect of a D&D campaign.
Let's go on over to you first, Marabella. You, do you weaken at Bernie's Razakar's body through the streets?
In my mind, yes, but no.
Okay. You take Razakar and the two with Cara Maria.
The two
of-
halves of the two, right? Because
Mhm. Take them over to a cemetery. What do you do?
okay, I find a shovel somewhere. I'm not gonna worry about it. There's a shovel. Marabella is going to just find two plots, just two kind of nothing fancy about them, nothing crazy. And she will set each body at the foot of each where each grave is going to go. And she will start digging. Cara Maria, if you'd like to help me dig a hole, you're more than... Oh, wait, no. I'm so good at digging. I have a burrow speed. I forgot.
You're so good at digging.
Cara Maria is
You dig
fucking
like other people breathe. Like
stunned. Cara Maria doesn't know what she's saying.
Yeah.
Because for Marabella, she's digging a hole, but in real time, it's happening like blah, 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 and then the holes are there. She'll do Razakar first. She'll put Razakar's body in delicately, cross his arms. No, cross his arms. I was thinking of making him do a pose that was reminiscent of himself, but I don't know what that would be. Cross his arms, and as she's, I don't remember the exact process from many, many, many moons ago when I outlined it, but as she's burying and covering the body, she will continuously talk to it, to Razakar's body, telling kind of stories of that day or of the ball. Obviously didn't love Razakar, but going to kind of talk about the party, maybe talk about Fable Rise, just things that are familiar to Razakar. Then as she finishes and like the mound of dirt is there, she will bow her head down and say, "Go with peace," and have a moment of silence for Razakar. Can I make a religion check?
Of course you can.
18.
Okay. As you know, the connection here is weak, but you've been getting strong signals. You don't really get a signal back, you don't get a moment back, but you're also getting confident in your own abilities that you just feel.
What is the two's body? Is it like physically a card, like a giant piece of paper, or
it's kind of like a mix between the cards that you've seen, like the spade, but also in some ways kind of like a changeling or a mimic that you've seen before, kind of amorphous in some way, and where it's constantly kind of shifting, almost gray scale. But there's no suit or number on the card anywhere to be found. It's just kind of blank.
Can I use either try again or use that religion check if it's good enough? To know that if I were to lay the cards of the faces that I found on him, if I were to bury those there as well, would that also be putting them to rest? Or are they something that like will have to be returned to wherever they came from type of deal? Or is that something that like I could dig a separate grave for, or even just put it in this grave?
You, with that check, you know that the magic, whatever the magic is that keeps the deck reshuffling, that magic still holds true as long as the Queen of Glass exists. But if that magic is dispelled, they will be put to rest. Like they are at rest now. And in some ways, you don't know exactly how that magic works, and it seems like your magic should be able to override that, but her magic overrides kind of the laws of things. It's why your god is so frustrated with this world and how it all works. However,
okay, I'll keep the cards with me then. And I'm gonna take a moment to calm down before I start digging the two's grave. But I am already kind of in like a zone from doing the first one, so I wait a little bit of time. It's just a shell. Just a shell. And then I'll dig another hole.
Okay.
Cara Maria fucking stunned again, even though she already saw it. Can't believe it. I will delicately lay each half of the two in the grave. Still stream of consciousness. So, or not stream of consciousness, but like the final moments of goodbye and properly laying to rest. So kind of similar deal with Razakar. Like, here was the party. Maybe she'll just kind of describe some of the faces that the two wore, not her mom's, but like looking at some of the cards, like, you know, I've seen an elven face with pointy ears and brown hair. I've seen this face and this and this. Burying the two, then having the final moment of be at peace, be at rest, and the moment of silence. And then yeah, I guess I'll start making my way over to where Zara and Emma. Thanks, Car Maria, for helping out.
Cara Maria just kind of stares down at the grave. Thank you. She looks up in the air, just like sniffs. There's going to be bloodshed soon.
How do you know?
You can sense these things. Around it long enough, you can sense these things. We should head back. I'll head back to David's. You go find your friend.
Who do you pray to, Cara?
Make a persuasion check.
18, nice. +0.
She just kind of without any kind of explanation or elaboration, just goes, "My mom," and just starts walking away.
You know, I just got back to memory of my mom, and Marabella's going to start talking.
We'll go on over to you, Tone and Tomas, as you are walking. You're heading back to David's. You get back. Tomas is like, "All right, so I should probably tell you what's the basic idea of the rules for tomorrow. As you know, right? Are you listening? You good?
I'm listening.
Okay. All right.
All the ears.
All right. So, all right. So here's how it's basically gonna go. All the top chefs and their sous chefs from all of the restaurants we're going to be summoned, literally summoned, probably very forcefully. We'll I think be teleported there, to Bylantine's villa. And he points out towards the to the sky, and you see floating off in the distance. And you've seen it before, but there's just like this kind of like rock floating, and you know you're on a floating city, but there's just like this one almost above you, what looks like almost meteorite, kind of like a sky island, it seems like.
I'm surprised I never noticed that before.
Well, it's just kind of an errant. There's a few of them, and like you see that there's a few of them around, but
Right.
it's well disguised. That's Bylantine's villa, and we're gonna go there. The way that it works is this. Pretty simply, sorry, I'm just trying to catch my breath. The way that it works is this. All of them will be there. Each of us will have a turn to go in to the kitchens and cook what we need. We get to bring whatever ingredients that we have. Anything that you've collected, anything that we want. Our recipes, anything that we have, we can bring. However, there are other things. This villa has like a cornucopia. Outside there is a stables and fruit trees and anything that you want to also get from those kind of meats and vegetables and things are outside of the villa on this little patch. You'll see. The rules are this, essentially, that no competitor can go inside of the villa and into the kitchen to mess with another competitor while they're cooking. But you can, when you go outside to collect anything, that's free reign. You can do anything to stop your competitor in any way that you want while you're outside of the villa collecting anything that you need. Because they're Fae. They're Fae and they're bullshit. They're absolute bullshit.
Okay. Let me just recap what the rules here are. Okay.
Yes.
I can bring anything I want.
Yes.
As far as ingredients, all the ingredient prep that I did in the last week, I had a couple of days in which I did some.
Right. Of course.
I can bring all of that with me.
Right, yes, you can bring that, because of course, things like spices like emotions and that kind of thing, those are raw, and those things can only be, those are very different, right?
Okay. Am I allowed to bring, so if I'm bringing everything I want to the villa,
right?
Would I really need to sacrifice any myself or my time to go out and get other ingredients that I might need?
Well, I mean, it depends, right? If you don't, then you should be fine. The only...
Are there several courses or rounds in this, or is there just, or are we all making one thing, one course?
There are it's really up to you. You can focus all of your energy on one course, but of course it's really up to you, because the fact of the matter is, oddly enough, the fact of the matter is, you have a different goal than just winning the competition. You have the goal of impressing Bylantine, and I don't know if the two things are the same. So,
Well, what do other chefs, do they usually do one course or 3 courses or?
some have done 3 courses, some have only done 1, but that's sometimes just because they've been hindered in some ways. Some do 5 courses. They're trying their damnedest to win the competition in any way they can. It's really up to you and the chef and what you are feeling. And there's different things for that. So you can bring whatever you can, but mostly the proteins and vegetables and things like that, unless they're specialty, those are the things that people usually bring, and then everything else, usually they try to get from the cornucopia.
Okay.
But the thing is that when you're also trying to hinder the other opponents, you can also try to hinder your other opponents during those moments as well.
Okay.
Of course, we can always just say fuck that and just focus on the cooking as much as we can. Just stay on defense as much as we want to.
I have an idea of what I think we should cook. Are we back in David's?
Yeah, I think at this point you would have been walking to David's as he was explaining all of this to you.
Are spells allowed?
Oh, he's like, yes, very much.
Why
so.
did I ask?
No, he's like, but again, the only stipulation, and understand, trust me, there's been many loopholes throughout the years, is that you yourself cannot go inside of the villa, and also, once the dishes are completed, because, you want them to keep fresh, the dishes are then put into a chest of preserving, and once they're in the chest of preserving, there is no tampering with that. That is overseen by Bylantine. That is done. Bylantine likes the thrill of the competition, but also Bylantine wants to taste whatever was made.
Okay.
Does not so any kind of tampering with that is a disqualification.
Okay. Can I do a little bit of recall of my memory of my conversation with Proudmane and what he told me?
Yeah. We can just say that you were pretty accurately thinking it. The conversation that you had with him essentially boiled down to this, which is that he told you that Bylantine has the best palate in the world, or the best palate in the universe, is what you've been told. But also, that means that Bylantine took someone's palate. You, in some ways, know that it's yours.
Okay.
Or you at least assume that it's yours. But his note to you was, that means that Bylantine still has their original palate. And
Bylantine also has their original
palette. The original
palette
the
in
thing,
there. So they've got 2 palettes.
They have 2 palettes going on, and the idea that Alistair said to you was essentially try to appeal to that one. Because people don't. If you could figure out what that one was or is, that one might beat out everything.
So here's what I'll share everything I know with Tomas.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I was thinking of doing. I remember I was thinking of appealing to both Bylantine's original palette and the palette that was stolen from me when I was 6 years old.
Right.
So a child growing up in the slums of Waterdeep and an archfey making kind of a child-fey fusion of food. And I have, it may sound like a complete wild swing, but taking these, what my mum fed me when I was a child, and adding a fairy-like spin on everything that I ate as when I was a kid. What do you think?
I think that's good. I think that's right.
And I was thinking 4 courses.
4. All right.
An appetizer.
Mm-hmm.
A second course. A main course. And a dessert.
What emotions did you get from Dad?
The emotions I got from Dad were frustration and resentment and anger. But I also have some leftover emotions from my friends along the way. And I also have something in my inventory that I'm going to save for the final course. And I have no idea why it's there, but I have it and I'm going to use it. And I think it'll be fun.
All right. Well, like I said, I'm here for you, brother. And if nothing else, I have heard some rumors of this. I've heard that obviously the Golden Swill, they're not going to touch us. They're friends of ours. They're not, they're kind of a front, so they're not going to touch us. They aren't going to. Elderflower, Taste of Home, they are just so impressed with you as the hero of Fable Rise that they just want to see how you cook. They don't want to even mess with you at all. Mindfulayer, Drustrum is trying really hard to rehabilitate the image of Mind Flayers, and so is really trying to go very passive in these competitions, so I think we're fine. I think the only people that we're going to have to worry about are the is obviously Blanche from Blanche by Blanche,
obviously,
Gax Sickwick from Gastronome, Chandra from Insatiable, and if he dares to show his face, our own fucking father.
Right. Is there anything that we can do the night before this competition? I mean, I've gathered some ingredients that I think we could use, but we still might need to get some fresher ingredients in the grove when we're there. So that, I'm sure we'll have to be exposed at some point.
I think that the best thing that we can do, we can either try to find out our enemy's weaknesses, or try to figure out if it's possible what Bylantine actually likes to eat.
I think we should invest whatever couple of hours we have left to figure that out.
Okay.
I mean, we could try to scry on her.
But
that could
very powerful fae.
Backfire.
Very powerful fae, but that could be a very powerful thing. The only thing is, I don't think we have anything that they of theirs. We do know them.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait. We have... I don't have anything of theirs, that's true, but we have that book from Razakar's
right.
library, and they have my sense of taste. Isn't that worth something? Let's see. Let me look at the spell.
But he just goes, honestly, I think that if we want to try, it could backfire, but it might be worth the risk.
Okay, let's try.
So you cast Scry?
Yeah, so the save modifier is just, there's no addition to it since I've met them.
And what's your save?
And then it's minus... I mean, I guess I have the likeness, so it's -2. And my wisdom, so I guess it's 15. Well, no, second hand, I've met the target. So it's, the wisdom saving throw is 15. It's a bad idea.
Give me 1 second. It's 13, you said?
15.
15, okay.
I don't have any possessions of theirs.
So what saving throw again? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Okay, that is a success. So,
okay.
Meaning that you aren't able to scry on them. They were very, very powerful fae, but nothing seems to happen when you fail. It doesn't seem like there's a there doesn't seem to be like any real issue. But then he's just, honestly, worth a try. I bet everyone's tried to do that. Let's just see if we can figure it out. Let's see if we can ask around. For this evening, I'll say that you can either make an investigation check with advantage because you're being helped on either whatever Ballantine has liked to eat, or the weaknesses. Ballantine's will be a higher DC, but probably more useful, just in the general idea. And then the enemy weaknesses is immediately useful and probably easier to find, so it's a lower DC. So it's up to you which one you want to focus on tonight.
I'm going for the higher one.
Okay. Roll an investigation
higher one for sure.
check,
Valentine's.
with advantage for me, and we'll resolve that after we move on over to Jasmine.
Okay. Oh, is it my? Want me to tell you?
No, tell me what the roll is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. 25.
25. Okay. You're sitting there with your brother, and you ask people, you ask Manfred, you ask around. No one seems to know the information. People are they have eclectic taste, they know everything. You're walking back, and you're just going over in your head all of the rulers and things like that. You even think to ask the brothers Dumar, and you're just looking over the names, the titles, and it hits you. It can't be that easy. But with the 25, you think about how everything in this world of the Fae is so obscured. Everything is so hidden behind subterfuge and bullshit and stupidity and rules that just drive you insane. That sometimes things could maybe be hidden in plain sight. Their name, Bylantine, Mint on the Wind.
I'm an idiot.
And you just look at, and you just realize that everyone has missed it. With a 25.
An idiot.
You don't know where it's gonna go, what you're gonna make, but you have one piece of knowledge that you aren't certain you're right, but you know that if you were an archfey, that would be some dumbass bullshit you would do. You get some rest as you prepare yourself for the Great Fey Cook-Off. We move on over to you, Zara. You follow the Darling brothers through the streets, their cloaks hidden up high. Actually, as you walk through the streets, you see John and Michael, or at least you see John wave a hand over himself, and Michael, and both of them go invisible. This is, you know your way to you hear him beside you. The Golden Swill back at the restaurant district. You know your way there? You do. You've been there before. You've climbed up. It's where you actually found... it's where you've broken into it before as well.
Okay, that's where I got the remote thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever find out what that did?
You mean like the yoink? I believe so. It's the thing that allows...
Oh yeah, it was
pickpocket.
the... Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know how to get there.
All right. It should be fine. There's a back entrance. I'll give you the key once we're there. Then we just go up into the attic.
Hey, how badly do you want to, like, kill the lollipop girl? Like, is that on your list of things to do?
Well, they seem to be coming after me pretty hard. Keep finding their calling cards everywhere. They seem to be in every place. But it's not so much that I want them gone. They are a chaotic element, intrusive in every way. It's just the simple fact that because my sister happens to be it, they will not stop at anything until they have her. I don't care one way or another. Why?
Oh, because I was gonna say, like, we could bait them.
In what way?
Like, just give them, like, a... Well, I feel like you're gonna say no if I suggest using your sister as bait, but, like, once I'm it, we can bait them and then kill them.
Well...
Just a thought.
So, look, you're doing me a favor. If you think that we have the time, that's fine. I don't know what your relationship is to the cat, or why they're so obsessed with you. I don't know what game they're going to have you play, or how you're going to tag them back. I just have a feeling that you are the only one who can. I don't know if we'll even have the ability to do so. If we can, it's up to you. I'll follow you wherever you need to go for that.
So you're saying, like, theoretically, if this were a D&D game, there might not be enough sessions to do that.
No, I mean, theoretically, it just may not go that way. It's really up to you.
All right, well, we'll figure it out. I feel like at this point it's all vibes, and if we feel it's right, let's do it. Anyway, let's go kill your sister.
In the back of your head as you're walking, I didn't realize you had so much hate in your heart for my guild. They're just having a little fun playing games.
Didn't you say yourself that at this point they are kind of running themselves and you're not really even involved?
Yes. But isn't it fun to look at the monster that you created with a little bit of pride?
I haven't created any monsters but myself.
If only that were true.
Inside.
Make an insight check.
I haven't rolled above a 10 all night. 15.
15.
I've 4 dice in dice jail. So again.
There's a moment where you can feel the cat's breath hitch at you saying, I haven't created any monsters but me. Like, as if, like, you've caught the, like it's almost that for some reason choked them up for a second.
Like sad?
Yeah. Almost as if that made them sad. But more so than sad with a 15,
Why are
it's
you
not
upset?
just sad. Yeah,
Oh.
with 15, you can tell not even just sad. They almost seem offended.
Why are you upset?
You are endlessly exhausting. Do you know that?
Yeah, that's sort of why I don't really have any friends.
Is that why? Is that why? Do you find me to be a monster, Zara?
Not a monster, but sort of like a chaos demon.
I like that. That is delicious. How about this? Are you going to end that girl's life and take your rightful place as it once more?
I feel like if by killing her, that's sort of a deal.
And then when you do, will you play the game?
Play is a strong word. But by being it, I feel like that's part of it.
You feel an intense contemplation in the back of your head. This is all happening as you're walking up to the golden swill. You're led in to the back door. Once the door is locked, the invisibility fades from both John and Michael. You walk up this dark, shrouded in lantern light restaurant to the attic. You still hear the fireworks, sometimes chants of Golzog in the background. There's nothing much happening in this portion of the city. It's very quiet here. And as you walk up, you just hear... You get to the door, and John raps his knuckles in a very deliberate manner that you can tell is a code of some kind. It's us, Wen. It's time. The door opens, and there standing before you is yourself. Or at least what you once looked like, what you once were. But the posture's different. Straighter. More prim and proper. Dressed in a... dolled up in some way. Dressed in a light blue dress. The hair done up. And even though it's through your own vocal cords, your own old voice, you can still kind of hear a lilt to it of, hello? It's nice to meet you again, under better circumstances. I'm Wendy. Thank you for this.
I'm Zara.
Right.
I'd never have someone thank me for killing them before, but yeah, no problem.
Well, I really should be apologizing to you. I'm the reason that you're even... I mean, I stole your... body. John just kind of gestures. How about we all walk inside, take a moment, and get prepared? Shall we?
Yeah.
When I believe you were not in your right mind. She was not in her right mind. And he looks at you. She was a brain, a thing. I don't know. It was... Michael just goes, it was very terrifying, whatever it was. I've seen them before.
I mean, I'd argue that the instinct to survive is probably her in her right mind, but, you know. I don't blame you.
Well, that makes one of us. Thank you for that. I blame myself quite a bit. Should I sit down somewhere? I wouldn't want to lie down. I don't want to ruin any sheets. Let's not think about
what?
that.
I turn to Michael. What are like the rules of killing? Because like, I guess like if I had like the instinct to like go back into my body, I guess I wouldn't. The body is not really viable if I like stab it.
This is like, well, John just goes, and Michael goes like, oh, we're working on that. So, right, yes, I myself am, it may not look it, I know I may not act it, but I myself am a cleric of some repute. We can preserve your body for a time, heal it up, and then if you wish to go back into it. But I thought you said that you did not wish to do so. But it's your right to change your mind, of course. I think once you've tagged the cat, that really, from what I understand, the power that grants will allow you to make that choice, if you wish it.
I see. All right. Well. All right. Well, I mean, I guess there's nothing for it.
Would it be less awkward if I said something that insulted you or something? Wendy says to you, just like or is it fine if is it? I'm also awkward about this.
Are you calling me awkward?
Sure.
Fair enough. All right. No, you're good. Just however you want to die, just let me know. I pull out needle and thread and just sort of like spin it in my hand.
I guess quickly, like going asleep, so that when I wake up, it will feel like it was just a dream.
Okay. Hey, actually, is there like any should we put you to sleep? Like, is there? Oh, whatever. I can do it quick. I know how to do it.
We'll say that because this is happening, you're able to set up. Michael kind of turns away. John actually does, in fact, cast sleep on her. She's not very powerful, so it should be quick.
I was gonna make another meta reference. I'm not gonna do it. All right, yeah. So we ready? We good?
Do it before I lose my mind. Yes, please.
So Zara takes out needle and thread, and she stares down at the sleeping body that used to be hers, and she can't help but remember her childhood, being alone on the streets, being honestly what she considers pathetic, what she considers helpless and useless and unwanted and unloved. And she goes for the throat and stabs her with needle and thread.
In an odd moment, you end that part of yourself. You kill the past. And Wendy, darling, expires. And you just hear a purr in the back of your mind. But following the purr is not that deep, oily voice. You hear breaking through once again that small, scared little voice. Do we finally get to play? You find yourself falling backwards. Your eyes rolling back. And suddenly you are surrounded in an ethereal blue light in Escher world of arches and doorways up and down, topsy-turvy. Surrounding you are members of the Lollipop Guild, just as confused as you are, standing above you, standing near you. In a shaky voice, overlaid with this oily voice, Tag, you're it. As you find yourself, Zara, in this odd world. As we go here, on the eve of the cooking competition, you find yourself here in this world. And that is where we're going to go to break for a moment. Go take your break, get some food, discuss what you want to figure out what you want to cook, John. Marabella, you are on your way over to this area, by the way. You're on this way, and we will be back in a few moments. We'll see you in a minute. See you soon. Welcome back, everyone. We are in an undisclosed space of this Escher-like painting. Roll initiative for me, Zara, as you are surrounded by these very confused-looking Pillow Fort members. They're all different kinds of people, but we're just gonna have them all be the same for ease of my own fucking sanity. Once you see the other map I created, you'll understand.
17.
Okay, you're gonna be going first. Everything about this space is weird and odd and off-putting. What are you doing?
Do they look aggressive?
Well, they look confused, but then they kind of see you and they seem like, yeah, like they're Pillow Fort, not Pillow Fort members, sorry. They're Lollipop Guild members. Excuse me. They see you and kind of see what you are, and now the fact that you are it once more, and you know what that entails. And so yeah, it does seem like they're about to turn aggressive.
And I haven't had a long rest, right?
No, but you did have the level up, right?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So that counts as
In
a
some
long
way,
rest. Does the fireball vest count?
No.
Okay.
That does need a long... You yourself long rested, but the items didn't just reset.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I am doing the long rest in my sheet. If I hold an action, can I hold my bonus action or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to back up.
Mm-hmm.
And hold my action and bonus action attacks for people who come to me.
Okay, so you see, like, as you're walking around this, like, dark void of a portal. It seems so odd. You move towards this area. The closest ones comes rocketing towards you. This one kind of comes running through back down towards you. The ones, though, seem to be having a hard time kind of, like, reorienting. Like, they'll be running on the walls, then kind of, like, gravity shifts, and they start, like, moving down towards this wall, and they're trying to figure out what this weird world is like. These ones are on the wall itself, and they start running this way towards the ceiling, towards the other wall up here. These two start getting into a fight themselves, because, again, only one person can be it, so it's not like they're all in tandem with each other. So some of them start fighting with each other. This one starts running in further. These two kind of go on the bridge. They go up here. So it's kind of like a mad dash of fighting. These two, though, are going to take their swings, but you get your attack in first as they come in forward towards you.
Do I get sneak attack with being flanked like this?
Probably not, no. But also, one of them would have come in before the other. Like, it didn't come in at the same time, so you would have gotten one first and then the other. So yeah, you would get sneak attack.
Then I'm gonna sneak attack the one who came in first. Oh. Red cards. 25.
25. You hit them, and they almost instantly die. Just like so quickly. And then this one falls over, their body falling into this portal, and you see the body get spit out over here, dead, over by this portal.
Okay.
But they die easily. And you just hear, as that moment, you just hear, oh, reverberating in the space, just this kind of like groan of like, oh.
Is it a painful groan or like a tired? Like,
Make an insight check for me.
Well,
Disappointed.
okay.
But you have your other attack as this one comes closer.
I don't attack it.
Okay. They're now going to take their attack at you. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Does a 19 hit?
Shield.
Okay. Yeah, shield, and nothing hits you. You see the other two start, like, fighting with each other. These two on the bridge, this one gets literally thrown off into the void by this one. Absolutely just, like, getting, like, thrown off into this random void. You see them start spinning and spiraling into the world of this topsy-turvy area. These two are sprawling on the wall. These two on the ceiling go running at each other. This one kind of hides in the corner as these two fight. They miss each other completely. These two start scrapping. This one gets a good hit on this one while the other one misses. It is now your turn again. What do you do?
Do I have my items with me? Like, everything?
It seems to be, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I take out the wish glove. I put it on. And I say, oh, fuck me. Okay. I wish for the game to be over and for all the players to be at peace.
You see all of them kind of shudder. And they all start kind of looking around. What? A magical spark of light bursts open, and you see this in the ruby. The glove just starts getting brighter and brighter and brighter, and a bright flash. And standing in the center of this space is just the cat. In the same space with you, just the cat. Once again, all of the, as you said, players just gone. And as the cat walks towards you, you see there's an oddness to them, a realness to them. No longer ethereal or stars or illusory, but large and plush. And they look at you. Zara, is that what you truly want?
I roll an insight check on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is a 26.
Sad, resigned, defeated. Genuine.
I want everyone to find peace. Even you.
Do you know who I am?
I know you're a chaos agent.
I don't know why. I don't know why I'm exactly like this, Zara. I've been thinking about it. As they kind of pad around in the same way that they do back and forth, but there's nothing mocking about it. It just seems to be part of them. I feel as though when I really think about it, I've been playing the rules of someone else's game. I've wanted to say something to you, just say it, without subterfuge, without anything else to explain, but something has kept me from doing so. I thought it was a stubborn nature, an ego, but it felt like more than that, like as if you had to be the one to say it, and then it would matter, it would mean something. But whatever game that was that I was playing, it has freed me from that. You have. I still want to play. I still want to be that chaos agent, but I can talk to you now. Would you like me to tell you a story, Zara?
Is it your story?
My best friend. It is ours. Long ago, there was a child with no friends. Barely anyone in the world to speak of. But she had a stuffed cat. And with this stuffed cat, she went everywhere. And she wasn't quite alone. They went on adventures together. They played games, tag, capture the flag, duck, duck, goose, hopscotch, red light, green light. And she had names for me. Cheshire. The little girl made me more than a stuffed animal. I was her friend. It seems cruel to say imaginary friend. I was real. But then one day, the little girl went to a carnival. And she met some real friends. And said that we would play hide and seek. And she forgot about me. And the game never finished. Zara, that little girl, you made me real. But when I was lost to the Feywild, I was made wild. I was made free. But I was also lost, waiting for you to finish the game. Time is odd in the Feywild. I was lost and sent back so many years ago. I've been playing games for so long. I don't want to stop. But the truth is, what you lost with me, I don't think you ever wanted back.
I didn't mean to leave you hanging, but I don't want to be that person again. I don't want to be sad and lonely. But I guess that's what I ended up being anyway.
Are you sad and lonely?
I don't know.
Do you want to know what I have seen of my old friend that I have just simply grown apart from? I have seen someone who was infuriating, but also I've seen someone who in their own way fights for their friends. You may not feel the same way about them. And because I'm not found by you, you may never feel that way. But what I've seen is someone who all this time has been forced to feel something, and you just keep saying, "Let me be who I am." And while you may do things wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. You are surrounded by people who love you, Zara. I think it's a choice for you to be lonely now.
I just don't know why they care. I don't know why anyone would care.
Zara, everyone is a little fucking mad. You cared about a little stuffed doll. Isn't that a little psychotic when you think about it?
I guess so. There was nothing else to care for.
And now they care for a perfect little doll. You never needed me, Zara. What would make you feel at peace?
Well, maybe you don't need me either. Maybe you've created something kind of cool here.
I have. Our game will end, but I will continue to play. And between you and me, we may both be villains. We may both be absolute agents of chaos, and people may not understand us. But they can go fuck themselves, right? I will always love the little girl who made me real.
Well, what would bring me peace is knowing that my first friend is happy.
What would bring me peace is knowing that my first friend is happy. And so a wish is granted. Could you just humor me a little bit? As a final so long. Ollie Ollie Oxenfree. Come on. Humor me a little. Just say the words that end the game. If not, that's fine.
Can I touch him? Can I like tag him?
Mhm.
I go up to him and I touch him on the shoulder. Cats have shoulders. Touch him on the head. And I say, tag, you're it.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you for playing with me.
Thank you for being a friend to a little girl that needed it the most.
just as you feel yourself fading away, this piece of you disappearing. Go fuck some shit up, Zara.
You
Fades
too.
away. Marabella, you had arrived a while ago. She's been unconscious next to the dead body of Wendy, or at least her dead body. It's a weird sight, because really what's happening here is that you have John, who has the preserved dead body of Wendy, actual Wendy. Then you have the dead body of Zara. Then you have the dead body of Edie, who Zara is in.
Oh, so John has Wendy's old body.
Well, John had stated that John tried many times to revive, but it just didn't work because Wendy wasn't actually dead.
Gotcha.
Zara, I'll say this. Which body would you like to return to when you wake
Oh,
up?
shit.
I have a feeling I know, but it's fine. Either way.
Oh no, now I'm afraid of it.
No, either one is fine to me. I don't care.
Kind of finally understanding what happened to her. She sees her old self in a much kinder light and finds something worth redeeming in it and decides to go back to her old body.
Whoa. Wasn't expecting it.
Zara, you are now level 11. Also, if you wish it, you can get rid of the warlock level if you want it gone. You're not shackled to that anymore.
I decide to hold on to a piece of my old friend.
That's cute. But it's there for you. There's also other benefits that I'm going to let you know about when we get to there next time, that were based on the choice of whether you went to your old body or this one. Also, based off of how this whole thing was going to go, I didn't expect the wish to be used in this way. The game didn't end the way I thought it would end, and therefore things are different. Zara technically never actually got the thing that she found. She paved a new path, and that is very fucking cool. But essentially, you get there, Marabella, and Edie's body remains lifeless as Zara awakes.
How's Zara looking?
Oh, my throat hurts.
HP wise.
Not good at all. But
Okay.
like this is definitely like an at one, but also looks pretty, again, at peace. Just kind of looks sore. You do know that the next thing that John wants of you is to help him with a ritual to revive his sister. But
yeah.
Can
I do that? I mean, this is it, and then we're just going back to David's, right? Like the cooking things tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just such a crazy fucking spell. I kind of want to do it. You said she's at 1 HP, right? So first things first, Marabella is going to go over to Zara. Hi, you're not super tiny anymore. How you feeling? Right as you take a bite of
she
food.
just points right at the slit throat that is still slit fully.
Okay. Marabella's going to hold both of her hands out. Never done this spell before, but I have a feeling now's a good time to use it. And she'll kind of cradle Zara's head. And she is going to, for the first time, cast a 6th level spell, Heal. And so you get 70 hit points.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Thank you.
Also ends any blindness, deafness, or any other disease. So if any of that was lingering.
I mean, yeah, I'm not like doll tiny, but like.
But you're still you.
I'm still, yeah.
Okay. Okay, you look much better now and you're not actively bleeding. That's good. Okay. Sit tight. I'm going to go over to John now. How long have you had this body?
A long time.
How long, John?
And he just looks at you and goes, long enough that we have... She's back in her own body. She's back, and he just looks at you. Did you end the game? Did you win the game? Is there no longer a threat of them coming? Zara?
Oh, the Lollipop Guild?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think they're dead. Well, not dead. I don't know what happened to them, actually. I said some stuff and things happened.
Okay.
I said some stuff and things happened.
He just goes,
That's Zara's autobiography.
this requires a very powerful spell. We'll need to bring her to the Weaver.
Is it the 5th level raised dead?
No.
Oh, okay.
And he's like,
that's where I thought we were going with this.
Like,
okay.
He's like, I'm myself. No, this is like she's been dead for a long time. Technically that body has been. Well, actually, interesting. Fucking interesting.
I broke Dylan.
She technically never died.
She didn't. That was the whole thing.
She technically never died. Yeah, so actually this would work. Because Raised Dead is how long again?
10 days. I could even do a fucking revivify if she just died.
Yeah, he's been casting essentially like gentle repose on her like all the time. Well, yeah. It's a weird thing where like her she did die, but she didn't die. It's very odd.
Up to you, my guy.
We'll say yes. Yes, it does work. It can work.
Oh.
So what do you do to cast the spell? As he will help you because he is a cleric in his own right. You haven't really noticed like what he does.
Do you have a diamond so I don't have to use one of mine?
You just see him take off one of his many rings and he just goes, "Yes, of course."
Great. Okay.
Zara eyes all the rings.
Zara's got a Zara.
Yeah, Zara's got a Zara.
Marabella will reach out and take John's hand. John, grab Michael's hand.
And Michael just goes, "No, it's all right. I have something else that I need to do for this."
Weird, but okay.
And John just goes, "He's going to clap."
Oh my god. All right. You put your hand on her. You put your hand on her chest. I'll put mine on her head.
He just looks at Michael. Now would be a good time to believe. Michael just starts clapping. You hear from a nat 20 stealth check in the back, Thicket starts clapping. I'm not kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Thicket's with it the whole time, and Thicket's like,
Oh.
I don't know what's going on. Is Zara okay?
Oh my gosh, that's so
Starts
fucking
clapping.
funny. Yeah, then I will go ahead and cast Raise Dead.
In this weird thing where also one of the players of the game was also Wendy Darling. Out of the game at peace. Life returns to this body that you can tell has been preserved magically for years, hundreds, maybe. A casting of the spell every single day to make sure that this never go away, as this lovely young woman stands before you.
I'll go ahead and immediately after cast a healing word at 3rd level. Which she'll be up with 1 HP. Which will be 13 HP to Miss Wendy.
It was like falling asleep. And you see that Zara, blood on the dress, but still like in a lovely blue dress and hair up, is just the most done up you've ever seen Zara. As Zara's like taking the safety vest and cloak and all of the items off of Edie's body now. They're just like putting it on. Like
How big is the doll?
the doll?
Yeah.
No, Edie was doll size, remember? Like Edie was.
Yeah, like is a small this doll. I can take the doll.
If you want the lifeless body of the doll, sure.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
That creepy.
How?
I mean, Pavel
How
probably would
long
have something
has-
to say about it.
Yeah, how long has Edie been dead?
Edie's been dead for like weeks now.
Okay.
Because Edie
Also-
Edie full died when that happened. Like Edie full when
Yeah.
Zara took over Edie's body, Edie was full dead. So it's been
Edie was
a
full
long
dead.
time.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh.
I can't really do anything.
Suddenly remembering, I searched my body for the rapier. Is it still there?
Yeah.
Sweet.
You like search your own dead body? Like
No,
what
no,
I
no,
got in
my-
here?
You're searching my actual.
Because
actual
No, no, I know,
lost
I meant the doll,
rapier.
like-
Yeah.
Okay, what's left in there? Get it.
we're gonna move on. That you all. John says, "I will tell you my plan of what we have to do for the youth later, but I think we all should get some sleep." John tentatively hugs you, Zara. He looks at you and goes, "But you're not a monarch."
No.
You ended the game, but you didn't win?
Oh, I should have said I won. Oh well.
Okay, interesting. He kind of looks at you, like, not like it's a big problem, but he's just kind of like, that's very interesting. Alright. Anyway. You all make your way back to David's, and turn in for the night. You all...
I'll
yes.
bury Evie unless I'll can I talk to Pavel and ask if he would want Evie's body or if he wants me to bury it?
Pavel would like there to be a... Pavel's still kind of reeling from what happened with the Speak Dead moment.
Yeah.
Still does want there to be
A
some
ceremony
kind
of
of
sorts
burial.
or something.
He
Okay.
thinks that there should be some kind of closure.
We'll make sure he gets her body.
But you all head back to David's after a very odd, weird evening. You feel yourself, Zara, back in your own body. Not much different, just a little bit freer, like a weight off your shoulders. Something in your head missing a little bit. There's a kind of vacancy in your thoughts now. But you walk on as you all can go to bed and take a long rest. As we wake up, the next morning, very early in the morning. You find yourself, Tone.
Great.
Tomas, yes. What are you doing in the morning?
First thing I'd like to do is the tattoos we got, the Illuminator tattoos, allows us to write down, using my finger, I can write down anything in invisible ink that is invisible to anyone except for the name I speak for 24 hours. Mm-hmm. I want to write down all of the recipes for Tomas to see only. Mm-hmm. And there should be 4 recipes that I'm going to sit and write out. And then I'd like to go talk to David.
Cool. You do that. David goes, "Hey, the competition should be starting soon. So, like,
that's okay. Sure? I've compiled a lot of ingredients. Some I'll need fresh, because fresh ingredients are always the best ingredients. Can you tell me how you feel now that you've got your I don't know if you're closer to achieving your dream. I mean, Razakar's dead. You don't owe him anything. How do you feel building your hotel?
Oh, I feel incredibly grateful. I mean, I don't know what I did to deserve really any of this. To be honest, a little bit surprised that all of you all were like you talked the talk and you walked the walk. Like, you know, look, to be honest with you, a few strangers come on into your place and they're like, "Hey, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this the greatest place possible." And I look, beggars can't be choosers, but then, holy shit, were you guys the exact people that I needed to walk in. It's like I was blessed by some fucking god, which apparently maybe I was. So I'm feeling, I'm feeling pretty good. I'll be honest, sometimes I'm feeling a little bit like I'm a little inadequate. Because I'm like, is it my accomplishment or is it your accomplishments? I'm working on it.
It's our accomplishment. You're running the whole place.
I understand. It's just it's sometimes it's hard to see it like that when you're in a big group, but the group gets a little.
Your name's on the door.
My name's on the door, but let's be honest, you have all become a little bit more famous than me, and it's just I understand that comparison is the thief of joy. I'm just saying that you asked me how I'm feeling, and I'm trying to be very open about it.
That is a very complex and beautiful feeling.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing it. Do you mind if I extract a little bit of it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. And here I go.
And here I am doing it.
Here it is. Coming out
magic
slow.
is happening. DM magic is happening right now. Did you know?
Yum 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 yum.
Wow! Oh wow! Is that what
Okay.
is that what my feeling looks like? Wow!
I know, it's pretty. And then I'll put in my little bottle, and that's great. And then I just want to check my ingredient list. I got a lot of the other stuff. And there were some other ingredients of my own feelings that I'll put in there that if I could just say that I will reveal in the recipes.
Of course.
When we do them. And then I think I'll go back to Tomas and get ready. But also say hi to Zara.
Yeah, you see.
Zara's back?
Zara's back. Zara, do you claim a room now that you can't sit on a ledge like an absolute creeper? You can't sit on a shelf?
I still try to climb on the... No,
Zara's back on the shelf.
Yeah, Zara, I think that's one of
whoa.
the one things that happens is as you walk in, you realize you have to actually get a room and you can't just be on that shelf anymore.
I stare longingly at the shelf, but I go look for a room that's available.
Yeah, there's one. There's a room that's available, that's made available.
It's no shelf, but it'll do.
Like, there's a moment in the evening where like David is just like, oh, and who might this be? Hello, young miss.
Hello.
Zara? Is that you?
I look behind. I don't know what you're talking about.
Make a deception check. As you...
Why can't I just be normal? 22!
Oh, forgive me. Sorry. Forgive me. Last night, a drunk Sir Talava was like, you look very familiar. You seem very... Do I know you?
I, kind of pivot my body to kind of flash the rapier that he gave me, and I'm like, I don't think we've ever met before. Oh no.
With disadvantage, I just rolled 2 nat 20s for Sir Talavar, and he just goes, oh, it's you! It's you! You're the... Oh, I knew... Oh, it's you, you piece of shit! You are the worst one! You're the one that I dislike the most! Hi! Hi, you! Hi, you again! Hi, you absolute dipshit!
Hi,
How are you?
asshole.
Hi.
How am I? A lot worse now that you're here.
Oh, back in your body. Couldn't hack it, could you? The Feywild spit you up and chewed you out, did it? Go fuck yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go
I'm
fuck
literally
yourself.
standing here.
Go
I
fuck
got my
yourself.
body back.
Hey.
Go fuck yourself.
Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this.
Can I be observing this whole conversation?
Yeah.
I'd like to...
Bottle it.
Yeah.
Once again, ooh, it's like we're there. Ooh.
And here comes the magic, and it's coming out.
Right around midday, without any warning, as your brother is like, you need to have everything ready and prepared, like as if you need to have luggage prepared, and you're just kind of like sitting around in the kitchen. Right around midday, you both are gone in a flash. David says to you both, all right, yeah, Golzog is around, flying around trying to find a bomb. Take, a lot of people are heading up there to Valentine's Villa. Get on up there.
Okay.
They're going to be going over the pre-stuff. This is not to you, this is to them.
Oh, sorry.
Get on up there when you can. You all make your way up to the villa. We transition high into the sky, this beautiful little villa.
Whoa.
High into the air as we transition into this
Little?
giant competition. Yeah, little. It's a little villa.
Kind of big. That's a big villa.
What? No, it's
This is
a small
this is
little
a
small little villa.
This is yeah.
It's a small villa. You'll see.
Good lord.
As we transition into this lovely villa of Valentine's, here's the full view of it for everyone watching on stream. As you can see over here is the kitchen. This is where the kitchen is. This is where the bar is. If you want to gain any kind of bonuses, we'll go over the thing of the bonuses for serving drinks. You'll get bonuses for, like, public perception of yourself as well, but of course the main thing you want is Bylantine. Here is Bylantine, and of course once again made the major NPCs large, not because they are big, but because that will just let you understand who the important ones are at a glance. How this is going to work, this is going to be a skill challenge for Tone and Tomas. Your friends and your party members will be able to aid you in being outside. They're not able to come inside with you, really, but they're able to aid in the outside if they can, in certain ways. So, we have some of the other ones. Like I said, these are the ones, the cooks that are not as important because they don't see you as a threat or are not trying to hurt you. The ones that are smaller. We have, of course, the Mind Flayer Drisrium from Mind Flayer. We have the tiefling named Sunshine from Elderflower, but here are the major threats going into this from the competition. We have Chandra and Tyvar from Insatiable over here.
Wow.
We have representing Blanche by Blanche. We have Blanche and sous chef Ludwig Kaiser.
Blanche looks angry.
Oh yeah, Blanche. Well, Blanche is Blanche. We have
Blanche is Blanche.
We have, of course, your father, and your father, because your father's an asshole, doesn't have a sous chef. It's just an animated pot that he has as his sous chef, an animated cauldron. And we have from Gastronome Gax, who's actually not a gnome, is a goblin, but works at Gastronome. Gax Slickwick and his sous chef, a giant mechanical beast named Strainer. Yeah. So
wow.
this is what is happening. How it's going to work. So, over here where like the fruit is and the stables are, this is where, use your imagination a little bit more than what the map provides us, but this is essentially where you go to get like an abundance of whatever food you would ever want.
Got it.
Any ingredients that you don't seem to have or want to get, you can get here. What that means mechanically is that when you're doing this skill challenge, if you go outside to get anything, it will lower the DC of the skill challenge, essentially making it easier. But of course, you don't have to do that. You can stay inside the entire time, just keep cooking with what you have. The skill checks will just keep getting harder and harder because you're not finding ways to lower them. But you can do that because we know, once you go outside, you are opening yourself up to being attacked by people. It's not going to work like combat wise. We're not going to really have initiative. We're just going to kind of be like, what do you do? What do you do? We're not going to go in a big initiative order because not everyone is going to be coming after you at all times. It's kind of going to be like, do they feel like it at this moment? Do they feel like it's going to be a good use of their time or their effort or their resources? Because they may be wanting to use spells in their cooking as well. So to use spells outside, that kind of thing.
Wow.
Like with any skill challenge, spells can be used to lower the DC of anything if you want to expend spell slots, because that's using resources as well. If you want to explain how it works. For the most part, of course, it will be a cooking check, because that's just what it would be. But you can always argue for a different check if you want to try something different. Your sous chef, your sous chef, if you want to risk it, can also go out and get those things for you, which means that they can go and risk getting hurt, but it's them alone. while you're cooking.
Right.
And also, when other people are going, which will be kind of like a much more abbreviated version of this, I'll just give you like, hey, are you going to try to, like, what spell or what thing are you going to try to do to hinder this person, or are you not even going to try? That's how we're going to do this.
Hell yeah.
So, any questions before we get started?
I really love this little wizard-looking guy in the top right-hand corner. This guy right here, I don't know who he is, but the tiny little dude in the audience, or the people eating. This guy with the big bushy white beard. Love him.
Oh, yes, of course.
So, can I have preemptively cast one spell?
Before even arriving here, or before you start your...
Before arriving.
I'll say this. Give me an initiative check right now. We'll see. I'm going to roll off with you to see if you get higher than this roll.
Okay, that's fair. Not great. 3.
Yeah, sadly, and I actually rolled really low too.
That's...
You aren't able to have cast a spell.
That's okay. I was busy preparing, and then I got zapped up here. I didn't have time. Okay.
Yeah, once it all begins, yes, you will be there, Zara and Marabella. You will either be in, like, you can either put yourself outside to help with the outside stuff, or you can be inside with all of the other, like, diners eating food and, like, that kind of stuff. But you can't actually help with the cooking. But you can help them in other ways. By, like, hindering other people, that kind of stuff.
Can I say one other thing?
Yeah.
All right. I turn to Tomas. And I say, Tomas, I need something from you for our first meal. There's no time. You just have to do exactly what I say, okay?
All right.
I need you to forgive our father.
What?
I need you to do it right now.
What do you mean?
Oh, we are building an emotional crescendo, and we have to start off with a bang. And I need to do it, and you need to do it, and we need to go do it right now. We need some resolution right now.
Do I have to believe? Do I have to believe it?
Yes, it's got to be authentic. It's got to be sincere. It's got to be fresh. Let's go.
Do you believe that you're going to actually? Do you forgive him?
Yes.
Do you mean that?
Easy.
Make a persuasion check. Or deception, whichever one you are feeling in the moment emotionally.
15.
15. Okay.
Yes. I accept him for the flawed creature he is. I don't accept him as a father, but I accept that he's been walked and twisted by this place. Like, I've seen so many other people get warped and twisted by this place. I've seen like 8 major people have their lives completely fucked by this place, and I think he's just another one of them.
All right, yeah, sure. Maybe this isn't the best energy to go in with a forgiveness, but fuck him for making me think about him so much. So if I forgive him, I won't think about him as much. So yeah, fuck him, sure.
Aggressive forgiveness.
Aggressive forgiveness.
And then I like class him like one of those like at the beginning of Predator or something like.
Yeah. All right.
And then I magic, and I take it out and I put it in a bottle. For our first ingredient.
Oh, so we don't even have to really talk to him.
No.
Oh,
he doesn't need to be involved.
That's so much better.
No, we don't need to know.
Oh, okay. So that means that I can like subtly flip him off for the rest of the time, but still be.
Who cares? He's just another guy now.
Okay. Wow, I don't know what this emotion that you just bottled is, but I don't know if it's forgiveness, but it does feel like something else.
Hey, it feels salty and good, and I like it.
Oh, right. Yeah, it feels good. Okay. All right. Okay, so Zara, because I didn't know which body you were going to go with, I don't have your other token right now.
That's cool.
I can go try to find it, but I'll have to...
I recognize the creepy doll as me.
Give me 1 second, because it's going to bother the shit out of me, to be honest.
I'm sorry I went with the choice you didn't expect.
No, that's not it. It's just that I forgot. It was more I didn't remember when this was gonna happen, and I wasn't sure if you were even gonna be here. That was the thing. I didn't know if you were gonna be here at the cook-off.
That's fair. I could have died.
Yeah, that was the main thing. I was like, is Zara even gonna be at the cook-off? Maybe. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Good for me.
Okay. So obviously we're going to start the cook-off, and we will end it next time. Wow. Okay, Zara's huge again, and there you are. Hey, look at Zara.
Aw. She's so cute.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so, let's see who begins. John, I'll have you once again roll initiative. We are going to roll initiative just to see who goes first in this place.
Okay. 17.
Well, it's actually it's that we're rolling off to see where you decide you want to go. You can place yourself basically on this list. Okay.
Well, as early as possible.
Early as possible. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, well. Okay. So, everyone else is lower than you. But Taizo does go first. He's first into the kitchen.
Now, they can't fuck with us in the kitchen?
No, when you're in the kitchen, you can't be fucked with. Well, here's the actual rules. Here is the rules as it stands. You cannot go into, like, the villa. You cannot go into the villa and screw with them.
Got it. Okay.
Is how it is described. Now, there's obviously loopholes around that.
I see.
So, we're going to go into Taizo's turn. I'm going to roll his skill challenges and do what he's doing. I will... And you two can... Marabella, so basically, if you are inside, if you stay inside, you're as your friends, you can't like hinder anyone inside. But what you can do is when Tone and Tomas are cooking, you can aid by basically you being there will lower the DC. And you can also cast spells and do things to like make just make things better and easier for them. But you can also
inside.
If you're inside. If you're outside, you can help hinder things. You can help like fuck with the other competitors. So either one's fine. Either one's fine.
And you said it's going to be a lot of skill checks, right?
It's a lot of skill checks from Tone specifically, yes.
Okay.
So right now it is
my turn.
Well, right now what's happening is that Bylantine first, like almost as like an opening ceremony, just goes, "All right. It is very nice to see all of you. I would ask very much that you all have gone over the rules. If you are at all upset that this is happening earlier than we said that it would, let us face it, you would not at all have been ready to impress me. So please do so. Please impress me. Alright? Yes, a question. How quaint.
Is it at all disrespectful to you and to this whole event that Tazio just ran off before your speech?
You see, Valentine just goes, There is disrespect there, yes.
That's all.
But the only disrespect that I really am angry about is people making something that is planned and forgettable. If Taizio makes something impressive, all things can be forgiven.
All right.
All right. We begin. Gonna start with the first skill challenge over here. Okay. There's like an air of there's an air of tension going on here. Also, where are you two placing yourselves, Marabella and
You said if we were outside, we could fuck with things, right?
Yes. You could fuck with competitors. Like, when John is going, you can fuck with competitors.
Then I will sit on... Oh, I can't move my character.
Oh, okay, well...
I'll
I
sit on this
also
bench.
I'll fix
Okay.
that later.
I'll be over here.
I love you both so much. Thank you so much for this, for your help.
You're very welcome. What accent was that? You're very
Gee.
welcome, Tone. And I'll give you one guidance.
Oh,
So that's only
that's okay.
the
It took
one for a minute.
I believe in you, and I won't interfere at all.
wink. I don't know what that means.
Wait, Tone, what are you gonna make?
You'll see, I think, if you're allowed to eat it. I was not very 100% on the rules. But
No, if you tell me, I can ask if it's a good or a bad idea. Really quick.
I'm very confident.
Okay, good.
Is it ratatouille?
Have you seen the movie? Or is
Yeah.
this... yes and no. It's not Ratatouille.
Because that won that rat competition.
Rats are filled with disease. I'm very confused.
I'm sorry, I've got to focus. But I hope they give you a slice of everything, a piece of everything I make, because it's going to be very good.
Tone, I've
So-
never eaten a single thing you've made that's tasted bad. And you cannot taste or frickin' smell for the first part I know you. You're gonna
That
do
is
great.
kind of a wonder, actually.
It really, really is. It means you're going off of gut instinct and muscle memory.
Everyone, you keep seeing, there's like an air of tension. People keep seeming like they're going to turn on you, fight you. There's like, you see the other competitors who you've heard to keep an eye out for looking at you, but they also keep looking over towards the entrance of the building, and nothing seems to be happening. Can everyone make a perception check for me?
Uh, 22.
Dirty 20.
14.
14.
No.
The doors have not opened. but you do start hearing like jeers from inside. The crowd seems to be upset. Like the inside crowd seems to be upset about something. But it's been a while. One of the other competitors, Sunshine, the tiefling who is a chef at Elderflower, comes up to you, and Tone and Tomas, and like Tomas is a little bit nervous for a second, but then sees it's Sunshine, and she goes, he hasn't come out. He would have come out by now.
Oh, can we get through? Did he block anything? Can we?
Well, we're not allowed in, so... But the thing is, when it's our turn...
What do you mean we're not allowed in? I thought... Does someone have to fire a cannon to get us to start? Who's
Well, no,
we can't go until he comes out?
We can't... No, I'm saying that we can't go until he's done cooking. He will be done... When he's done cooking, we'll be able to go in, but he just... Usually people come out for ingredients. We're just waiting. He's not come out. And usually Taizo's one of the most feisty in the cornucopia. He loves to rush out and fight.
Does Valentine look... No, Valentine probably doesn't look very...
Valentine?
Valentine.
He's looking out towards the sky. Like he's sitting in a chair looking out towards the sky, occasionally looks over their shoulder, and seems to be kind of interested in the fact that there's no commotion happening behind them. But like clearly there's nothing interesting to watch at the moment.
Okay. Can I go look through the window of the kitchen?
Sure.
Before I go, I want to give the first. I mean, it's all in my head, so I have it. But I'm going to give all 5 or all 4 recipes to Thomas and say, if this thing kicks off, go into the kitchen and get started, and just get started with the first dish, the first course. And can Thomas concentrate?
Like on a spell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So then I'll take off my ring of spell storing, and I'll give it to Thomas, and I'll say, "There's a spell in this that I want you to use."
Isn't that ring just your frying pan? Sorry to be.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's just your frying
You're right,
pan.
it isn't.
Yeah.
I'll just do it. Just take the recipes and get started as soon as you can.
You have to, just to be clear, remember that it's not your turn to go yet.
Right, I know.
This is yeah.
Well, okay, fine. I guess I'll have to go back to the starting position, but I just want to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And so I'll go over to look and see
what's weird. So just to be clear, what's weird here, the thing that is weird for people is just the fact that it's his turn to cook. He is cooking at the moment, but usually around this time, he's been in there for long enough that he usually would have come out, or someone would have come out to get something. He hasn't. That's what people are odd about. It's just the fact that like he hasn't come out to get anything from the cornucopia. He's just been cooking away on his own. That's apparently rare. That's why people are confused. That's just to be clear of what's going on here.
I see. Okay, then I'll go up to the window and see if I can talk to him.
As you go up to the window, as you start to walk, you see Blanche just goes, "Oh, so is it? So are we starting? Do you want to?"
No, Blanche. No, I don't think. I think none of us are starting until that Tazio guy leaves.
Well, I don't know. Part of me wants a piece of you. You seem to be so special, so interesting. Maybe I should just send you over the edge.
Hey! Tone's got a tone. And then
make what the fuck? Make a persuasion check on that.
Not bad. 17.
And you could use your guidance if you wanted to.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'll save it.
You just see her go. Tone's got a. And looks over at her sous chef. That should have been us. You couldn't think up Blanche has got a Blanche? You couldn't think that up. I'm so sorry. She botched. You couldn't think up Blanche has got a Blanche? You couldn't think it? You couldn't think that at all? This is why I need a different sous chef. And he's like, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, Blanche. Please forgive me. She's like, Ludwig. And they start arguing as the others just kind of eye you as you walk over to the window. You walk over to the window. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. 16.
You look in through the window, and what should be in the kitchen is just pitch black darkness. Make an Arcana check.
Nat 20.
He has cast darkness on the space.
That's fine.
Your dad is a coward, but he's also smart. He realized that if you can't see into a space, you can't cast spells into the space. He's clearly, with a nat 20, you're like, clearly that means that he has some form of seeing in the dark, in that magical darkness. He has found a way to do so. And he is just, his strategy seems to be hunker down and do whatever he can.
Can I do anything I want here at this point?
Mm-hmm.
All right, great. I'll I will. Where's my spell list that I have here? Because how many? All right, really burning spell slots right off the bat. But I'll cast a spell on that room.
You cast Dispel Magic. The darkness instantly fades.
And then can he see me?
Let me see, because he might be distracted doing something else. He can't see you.
Oh.
No. But what you do see is that he's distracted because he's not cooking. You can tell he's not cooking.
He's frozen. He's frozen. Froze up.
No.
He's just standing there like an idiot.
He is clearly sabotaging everything.
What, like breaking knives?
He is
pots and pans.
He is casting spells. In here, he is laying traps.
Great.
You can
cool.
So I'll say this. He literally botched his perception check to see if you're there. You can tell he stopped caring about winning. And he just wants you to lose.
Got it. I am going to cast. Fuck it. Oh man, what a fucking asshole.
I know.
I'm
aware.
A fucking prick.
I know.
Why gotta just burn my concentration on? God damn it. Fuck this dude. Okay, fuck. I don't know what to do. Can I cast spells into the kitchen? Am I allowed to do that? Because you can't fuck with somebody once they're in the kitchen.
You can't fuck with somebody once. You can't go into the kitchen, is what I said.
Oh, that's a weak rule. People can do whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
All right, well then, you're right.
Why do you think he cast darkness?
Then I'll just cast synaptic static on him.
Okay, what's that save?
That's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be. It's intelligence. Fuck this dude.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Okay, great. So he'll take 8d6 psychic damage, and then he's muddled for one on thoughts for 1 minute. And then for during that time, he rolls a d6 and subtracts the number from all attack rolls and ability checks, as well as Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. And that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 22 damage.
Okay.
Psychic damage.
You see 22 damage goes and hits your father, and he doesn't see it coming, goes rigid. You see other people start to like maybe make a move. But you see Tone, something guttural comes out of Tomas as he just goes, "All right, everyone, calm down. This is a family affair. No quarrel with you. Back the fuck up."
Love this guy. I can see why you're in love with him.
He's hot.
Oh! And he rolls a 24. And you see, a lot of people have like known him for a while, and like they all just kind of like, what the fuck? He's like, you can do whatever the fuck you want to us when we're cooking, but no one touches our dad except for us. All right? Whatever the fuck he's doing, it's ours. What is he doing?
He's fucking up the kitchen for everybody.
Can I take back my forgiveness?
Yes.
Fuck.
He's fucking up the kitchen for all of you too.
As you see all of them just kind of like get angry, just go like, oh, what? Like as they all just kind of get super disappointed. Do you do anything else while he's in this moment?
I mean, he's muddled, so he can't. I don't have any other, like, let me see.
It's
I could
like,
just.
again,
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fuck it. Okay. This is actually great. I'll cast a 4th level spell, polymorph on him and turn him into a mouse. Bop, bop, bop.
Ratatouille.
What's the save?
Polymorph if you are on another person. It's wisdom.
What's your save?
17. But because he's muddled, he also takes a d6 and subtracts it from whatever he rolls.
Yeah. He's a mouse.
Great. Fuck this guy.
And as it comes to, there's a point where it's been like a few minutes, like it becomes like a half an hour, right? Or it becomes like an hour.
I'm here to cook. I've waited a year and a half to do this. I don't want this guy to fucking fuck it up.
It's clear that like you just see next to Bylantine an hourglass, clearly a timer, ticks down. And there is a time limit on you have to cook in a certain amount of time. And still with like half an hour left, the pot and a mouse version of your dad just gets transported out. As your father's attempt is over.
And that lasts an hour, I guess.
Yeah, it lasts an hour. That's why I'm like, yeah, you effectively ended his any kind of attempt at what he was doing.
Unless, I lose concentration.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. As this moment happens, this is a first for Taizio, as he has cooked nothing. And he has nothing to offer Bylantine. Bylantine stands up, looks at you for a moment. Remember when you said and asked if I was disrespected before? I wasn't. Now I am very disrespected. End the spell.
Okay, I drop it.
What to do with you, you utter disappointment? Jasmine?
Zara just starts chanting, "Fuck him up," and then like kind of like to every single person on like that dais, be like, "Fuck him up," trying to get them to like chant with her.
Make a
I'll
persuasion
join in,
check.
but say like the dad.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, I rolled a 1 and a nat 20.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. What are the odds?
1 and 20, but for both of them.
But for
more?
both of them to land, I guess that would be
Some math.
I could technically re-roll the 1, but I can't get any better than 20.
Re-roll the 1. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see.
That's a 19, so
okay. If it was a
18.
nat
Oh
20,
my
something
gosh.
even crazier would have happened. But
right.
But you just see.
I'll eat him.
You just see a.
You eat him.
Well, as the young handsome one said, this is a family affair. Turns to you two.
The handsome one. That's fine. No. You're right.
I am hungry and want to have you cook for me. But before we do, what would you have me do with him?
Ooh.
Can you make Can you send him back home?
No.
I was trying to think of the biggest way of shaming him, and I think...
Fuck him up.
Would that I could send him back.
Can I do an insight check on my father?
Yeah.
$12.
Looks resigned, isn't saying anything.
You could guidance them.
Yeah. So I guess guidance makes it a 15.
You all broke him already.
Yeah, we did.
This is a man who was already broken. And it seems like he came here knowing this was an option.
Can you, Bylantine, you are a master of magic. Can you take away his ability to do any magic?
Gosh, you're gonna Fire Lord Ozai him?
No,
Always
but I
been.
can do something else. Something delicious. You see her, Fire Lord Ozai him, and she begins to cast what you know is a very high level modify memory.
Mm.
You do not know how to fillet. You do not know how to sear, to saute, to julienne. Every recipe, every herb, every spice, every thing you've ever known and wielded like a bludgeon. You do not even know the difference between salt and sugar. You are like a newborn babe. You are, and never have been, a cook. Just a bad father. As this moment happens, there's an air as tears kind of stream down his face. But Bylantine just looks at you. I am hungry, and I want a meal. Cook for me, chef. And that is where we will pick up next time. We will pick up with your skill challenge as your father lays there without an ounce of knowledge of anything. What a wild session, gang.
Wow.
Oh boy, what
crazy.
A crazy nat 20, Jasmine. To fuck him up.
And from Thicket, most importantly.
Oh, the most important one from Thicket.
I think
Yes.
it's had grown a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Next week, reminder that next week is going to be a big week where it's Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to be finishing this off, and then, of course, whatever happens, happens. These are the last few sessions, so, of course, big things are going to happen, regardless of if we want them to or not, because that's just kind of how D&D has to go sometimes. But we'll see. Golzog has been searching for that bomb while you're going to be doing this skill challenge. Hopefully, he finds it. We'll see. I already had Marty roll that perception check, and it was fine.
He's too distracted by his bravery.
Yeah. I'm too brave now.
It was
Yeah.
middling. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, gang. It's a joy to play. Does anyone have anything they want to plug? Nope.
No.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
Is
for
Marty
saying
doing the art stream on Thursday?
Oh, Marty. I think so. Marty should be doing the art stream on Thursday. Join us then. And we'll see you next week. Thank you so much. And, hug your stuffed animals tightly tonight.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah.
Please do. Hug your stuffed animals tightly and don't forgive bad fathers if you don't have to. Okay.
I love
everyone.
that song. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.